little bit. Congratulations again on Bad Reputation.
Thank you.
I heard a little bit of it. It sounds. I got goosebumps, bro.
You know, I think so far the early word has been it's one of the best tracks we've ever done, which is great to hear. Whenever you hear that off you know, people that have heard all your music, you know. I think it's going to open up opportunity for us, which we're looking for. You know, right now we want to come back and be the top dog in this game. You know, I don't like playing second fiddle to any new bands or any. I mean, it's our time, man. It's still our time.
You know, yeah, you're right. It just seems like you were touring Stuck, and then like you were kind of ending that touring cycle, and then like, hey, we've got a new EP coming out next month, and then a new album. Was that something that was planned, or like how did that all happen?
You know, we went through a lot of friction with the record label over Stuck. You know, they really wanted us to abandon our rock roots, which every now and then I have it in me to write songs for all the beautiful women out there. I love women. I love, you know, it's already in my blood, but they wanted me to completely abandon our sound, really. So there was a lot of tension with making that album, a lot of friction. So we kind of wrote an EP. We started writing another album, and you know, because we felt so restricted on the Stuck album, we put another, you know, almost another album out. So you know, we just kept working too. We didn't want to stop. We were like, let's keep going.
So what's the info on the new album? I mean, Bad Reputation's been the new
Bad
song.
Reputation's been the new single. It's a fantastic album. You know, I think for the next couple of releases, I want to go back to my roots a little bit, man. You know, just remember how you get started, and I remember the days where I was, you know, I came to Vegas, I had nothing, and I wrote just off pure emotion, which I always do. I write off pure emotion, but when times are a little harder, you write better songs, you know. So I think, you know, making sure that we make our best record is my goal still. You know, I don't want people to say, oh, Homeschool Valedictorian was the best album they've ever done, or you know, I still believe we have a legacy to create, and we have more to do, you know. And I think the new album just has a lot of fantastic songs.
Do you think that you write better when you're down, like emotionally down, or do you think you write?
No. I think I write better when I'm emotional, when I'm, you know, whether it's in love or feeling good, or, you know, because I've written some fantastic songs, you know, being happy, being a father, being a husband, you know, being, you know, just overall, I think it just takes a certain energy and a certain, you know, the path of the earth kind of helps. It sounds crazy, but it helps you make your best creation, and you know, my gut is telling me that mine's still in front of me. You know, I still have to, you know, it's not time to slow down. It's time to speed up right now.
Me personally, I think this is the best version of Adelitas Way that's ever been around. Today, I don't know if you've heard, you probably have, Otherwise lost 2 of its members.
That bums me out.
Yeah, and it's I mean, because that was, to me, that was their best version of Otherwise. I mean, but, you know, who knows what's it holds in the future.
Look,
you know?
I'm going to tell you the Otherwise situation, you know, and the challenge those guys have, and the challenge is that there's not as many rewards as there used to be in rock and roll. You used to be in a bus, used to make thousands of dollars. I mean, it used to be just endless rewards, and now, you know, Adrian to me is a guy who always work hard. You know, those guys work hard. They tour, and that's what they need. They need people surrounded by them who are willing to go into the trenches and really go get down and dirty, grind it out. And sometimes players aren't willing to do that for the amount of money and the amount of rewards. I mean, really, rock and roll, they try to pay you in pussy nowadays, which is a good thing. I mean, everybody loves that, you know what I mean? But for the older guys, you know, there has to be, you know, some financial reward. You have to make a little money. You have to feed your families, and I think there's no knock against Otherwise. I think the core of that band is the singer and the guitar player, the Patrick brothers, and I think anyone around it can be moved. I don't mean to say that, but it's just the truth. The talent lies there with that group.
Oh yeah, definitely. What I wanted to get with that question was, when you lose members, you lose family, you lose brothers, you lose family members, you lose family. Does it get any easier, or is it still? I mean, do you eventually get jaded?
It's obviously sad. You share the stage with people, you have a bond with them. You know, it's obviously sad, but you can't let anyone else dictate your career. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I'm the main primary songwriter of Adelitas Way. I'm sure Adrian's the primary writer of Otherwise. You don't lose your sound. You keep your sound. You know, it keeps on going forward, and you know, I think, you know, guys like myself, I believe I'm a star, you know what I mean? And when you put players around me, we can all shine together. So I think it's sad when you lose a brother, a stage companion, but I think that it shouldn't slow you down at all, man, because you got to keep on going, and you find your path, you know?
Exactly. Last month you did an acoustic set. What brought that about? Just
I love to play. I love to play. I have a friend who runs a bunch of clubs like that, and he just asked me, "Hey, are you down to play?" And I couldn't do it Adelitas way because we're worth a little more than they were bringing.
Yeah.
So I said, "Look, I'm not going to put the guys in a position to do something that low though.
Yeah.
I'll do it for you. We're friends. We have a business relationship, and I love to play.
Yeah.
And I was excited to play some songs I haven't played before. There's songs on my first record we never get to play live that mean a lot to me, man. Closer to You and All Falls Down and Last Stand and some of these songs. I mean, they have an emotional place in my heart, and I always love singing them. Yeah. So I love to perform them, and I love singing them. So you'll always see me out there playing and performing with Adelitas Way, without Adelitas Way. Like, I love to play. It's in my soul, and it's not always about the money for me.
Oh, and that's the way it should be.
Of course.
Don't never whore yourself out.
It isn't about the money for the band either, but when someone comes out and gives you their time, you have to compensate them. And if someone's not willing to do it, I'm not going to put them in the position to to do something solely for me, which they would. Yeah. But I'm not going to put them in that position.
Definitely. You've been pretty vocal on your thoughts on Spotify.
Of course.
What do you think needs to happen for both artists and music service to coexist?
I think Spotify's already here, so we got to now get over the hump of complaining about them and come to terms that they're the future. So I think they just got to think about us a little more. They know the record companies are ripping everyone off at the royalty rate, and they got to work with the artists and maybe cut a deal with them. They got to just make us feel appreciated. It's like, we want to give our songs to the world. We want to give our songs to the public. We can't wait for people to hear it, but you don't want to have 30 million songs and you still can't buy formula for your kids. So it's at this point now more than ever, your songs become famous. People really don't know who you are. Your songs are well known, but you're not getting compensated for them. So I think they just have to find a way to. It doesn't have to be millions of dollars. It just has to be a living. Like, help us make a living. Even bands like Imagine Dragons and Pharrell, they're getting 200 million streams, and they're not getting paid anything. They're getting $10,000 checks, and it's like, Adelitas Way is on a smaller scale. We have 3 million and 5 million streams. I get $30 paychecks from them. That's why now I own everything. I started my own record label. I have a great partner, and the rate when you own your record label is a more fair rate. It's not game changing to the point where I still don't have a little bit of a beef with Spotify, but Spotify's won already. There's no battling them. They're already here.
Yep.
Apple Music is a better service for artists. They pay us better. But I think the future for artists is owning your masters. Don't sign your master rights away.
Yeah, never. Yeah, even I know that. I mean, as any artist. So what's in store for Adelitas Way in 2016?
Big year. We got a headlining tour starting January 14th, whole United States. It's 5 weeks long. We got a new single, Bad Reputation, coming out. I think it's one of the best tracks we've done in years.
It's gonna be
big. It's gonna be big. And I think I wanted to write something undeniable because there's a lot of people even within the own rock world that aren't trying to play rock bands. So it's weird. Like, you show up to some rock stations that should be supporting you, and instead they're trying to keep you down or kick you down. So I wanted to write something undeniable for them.
You gotta play this or else.
Yeah, people are gonna react to it. So we need a reaction. People gotta react. We're gonna put the new album out in February. It's titled Getaway, which will be great. And we're just we're gonna stay on the road with our friends. Really, at this point, unless you sell 1 million singles, you don't get on the road with the Disturbs unless they like you. Foo Fighters ain't gonna be bringing us out. So I think our plan right now is to tour with our allies. Our allies are our friends. The Otherwise guys, and Trapped, and Five Finger Death Punch, and Shinedown, and Theory of a Dead Man, and 3 Days Grace. Bands that we've come up with that know us, that know that we fucking destroy it. Flyleaf. So that's our plan. It's just stick with what we know and stick with the people that appreciate us.
What's the name of the record label?
The record label, it's the Vegas Sin, man. The Vegas Sin / Fuel Music. So
okay, cool.
It'll be good.
Well, congratulations on everything, and thanks for taking the time for us.
Thank you, brother. Always.
See you later. All right, you guys.
See you guys.